I've been muted the whole time. My goodness, you know? But I suppose that's what you get when you are live streaming on the wrong channel. But I don't have a choice, so the only reason I've got a live stream on the Breadflow channel, which is a tech-based channel, is because I can't live stream on my other channel, my Flow Capital channel. But I hope that by next week I have put in the request to be able to stream on that channel. I think it's 24-hour notice that you need to give in order to set up a stream. I'm not sure if it's for every single stream that it's like that, but I am still very low in terms of the subscriber threshold there. So unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Nothing I can do about that now. And besides me rambling on, we've got 3 minutes to New York Open on the financial market. So just to go through my chart quickly, I've got GU open up here at the moment, and I just need to monitor my audio on the stream for a second. If you'll just give me a second. All right, okay. So still 3 minutes to New York Open. Okay, it does sound good. It does sound good. Why am I repeating the stuff? Is there echo? I'm just kidding. So I'm looking at GU at the moment. I'm currently in a trade on GU. Been sitting in a little bit of consolidation in this area over here. And I'm waiting to see what the market's doing. There was some positive news that came out for the pound a little bit earlier today. There was some flash PMI news that came out, and with PMI, if the actual figures is greater than what was forecasted, that is good for the currency. I was in a GJ trade earlier that I took 88 pips on, as you can see from the chart over here. So I took 88 pips on this trade, traded this trade all the way from the bottom of the Asia low, which is over here, all the way up to the Asia high. I didn't take it all the way to the Asia high. It was the initial plan, but I got a little bit of FOMO, or anxiety, chart anxiety, from wanting to get out at a good amount of pips. I think, yeah, I took 88 pips. The overall move was probably like 188 or more pips that the market moved. So I got out there. Sorry, let me just get rid of this stuff here. Alright, so currently in a GU trade. If I look at DXY, also been very choppy, you know, nothing convincing in terms of candlestick formation here. Although it's in an upward trend, looks more like a retracement than this impulsive move over here. So the dollar, obviously with everything, all the changes and things happening in New York at the moment, markets just opened. All the changes and things happening in New York, you know, Trump getting into office, all of those types of things, all affecting the decision making for traders within the market. So it is quite interesting to see what the dollar is doing at the moment. But I am in a GU long for trying to get 60 pips. That is a lot to ask for GU, especially on a Friday. So I'm not gonna, if by 6 p.m, 6:30 p.m, we are still not above this yellow level that I've marked out here, I will then just close anywhere close to there. I'm not gonna wait it out, because again, the market can be very rangy on a Friday. It can also trend a little bit on a Friday. So as soon as I'm above that 30 pips, I'm going to look at taking my money. I will have done quite well even at 30 pips as well. It will be a 1-to-1. You can see my stop loss is at 30 pips as well. So I will have done well for today if you include the 88 pips that I took earlier today, which I'll go through that trade in a second. I'm just giving the market a little bit of time to do its shuffle. You know, it's market open. They just rung the bell there in the US. I want to give the market some time to do what it needs to do. But as you can see, a lot of strength from the pound as well versus the actual dollar. If we look at DXY, very negative, very negative. But there you can see, look at that, those levels there that the market's just bounced off of. So I am happy with this trade. I was a little bit nervous when we were still pre-market open, pre-New York open, in sort of this area over here. Ooh, I must stop drawing stuff that just looked like a gherkin over there. But I'm okay now. I'm waiting for the market shuffle to be done and then to see what the dollar is going to do. But that's that. I will be back in a second. I just need to do something inside which requires my urgent attention. I'm not going to check the gherkins, but maybe just enjoy the music for a second. I'm just going to turn my camera off. I'll be back in a second. stuff on the stove at the moment that's busy cooking, and it's the type of stuff that if you leave it, you can burn the damn house down. So I don't want to take that chance, but I just had to go and check that quickly. So let's see what's happening. Some good momentum we can see on the pound here, but again, like I said, you've still got that 15 minutes when the market opens for the market to sort of find its feet. Let's look at US 30, what's happening on here. So earlier, when I was looking at US 30, I didn't actually take this trade. I was testing out to see what that key level is. Let me just take it out. But look at that. Let me just go look at, okay. So look at the US 30 over here. We broke all the way down, came back to retested the Asia low, and then had this massive impulsive move to the downside over here. Let me just get my arrow. Massive impulse to the downside, and then we sort of consolidated a little bit, and then you can see that at New York Open we had that massive engulfing candle over there, but now you can see it's forming this wick over here. So I want to actually see what's going to happen when this candle closes, because I was actually saying to myself that if we came back to test the Asia level again, that was a potential move. So if you were taking a trade here, let me just put in, I'm not sure why my tool is doing this. So I normally do 30 pips. Is that 30 pips or 300 pips? And I normally go for 600. So this is what my trade would have possibly looked at. I would have been tapped in there. Let me just go into the 5 minutes so you can see it a little bit better. And playing around there, but didn't take this trade. Not in any trades there at the moment on US 30, but that would have been my idea. Look, if the market slowly then consolidates back to that level, we can still go down, but as you can see, we obviously want to be in line with what the dollar is doing as well. And if I'm missing any chats here, I do apologize. I'm working with one screen, so things are a little bit all over the show at the moment when it comes to the stream. So still looking good on this GU trade over here. So let me just discuss some things with regards to these streams and going forward. Please, I'm going to encourage everyone to just read the description. These trades are not to be taken. I assure you that if you take any of the trades that you see me take on stream, the chance is 125% that you will probably lose money. So please, this stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to try as be as entertaining as possible. So please, if you are here to support the Flow Capital community, then I'm happy. And please don't take any trades that I take. These are high risk instruments, and it is not for people who don't understand the financial markets. I mean, I've been doing this for a while now and I don't even fully understand it. So please guys, you know that WWE slogan that don't try this at home, that disclaimer, the exact same disclaimer for this channel. So like I said, I will take all of my profits at this 30 pip mark over here. So as soon as the market gets there, I'm going to close all of my position. Let me just confirm that I'm still good here. And that is my story, man. That is my story. Now let's just look. Okay, so what else? Let's go through my layout quickly just to get everyone on the same page. So on the bottom of my camera over here, where the FAQ is, so that you don't come on the stream and ask me questions about stuff that is quite straightforward. The pairs that I do trade: GU, GJ, Euro USD, and US30. I don't necessarily always trade Nasdaq. Not my thing really, but things may change, so I might end up trading it in the future, but for now I don't trade Nasdaq. Indicators that I usually use a pivot standard indicator. If you type it in on TradingView, you will see that there is a pivot standard pivot point standard indicator over there. I also make use of the 2G's trading indicator in some cases. And then my style of trading, as you'll see, is support and resistance key level. So I basically do my higher time frame analysis from top down, and then I will mark out key areas that I see on the 4-hour and on the 15-minute. I execute all of my trades on the 15-minute. So if you're wondering how I take my trade, it's only on the 15-minute. I don't look for confirmation on the 5-minute. I'm not a short-term trader. None of my trades run shorter than, I would say, 30 minutes. None of my trades are shorter than 30 minutes. So they're all generally intraday trades that I do. So just keep that in mind as well, that a lot of the times I'll end the stream and I'll still be in certain trades, and you might then only see the update of those trades the very next day. But that's how I do my trading. And then in terms of the platform that I use to actually execute my trades on, so I do all of my analysis in this live stream on TradingView. My actual execution, yes, that's men. My actual execution of trades I take on MetaTrader 5. That is where my challenge, I'm currently doing a funded challenge at the moment. So all of my trade gets executed on MetaTrader 5. That's the platform I prefer. I don't use MetaTrader 4 at all. Don't really like it all that much. And then you'll see there's another box even further down below the FAQ. So let me do this right. Below this FAQ box, there's a trading activity box over there. So you'll see that current trades that I'm in, GU. So you'll see that it says TBC at the moment. But let me just do this quickly. I just want to do the measurement, see how many pips I'm in profit at the moment. So once I close this trade, so 24 pips. So I can actually say, if I wanted to, I can say this trade right here, right? That's a lot of rights. You would have drove around in a circle now if you had to follow what I was saying. So plus minus 24 pips in profit. And then if you look further down just below that, you'll see there is trades taken for today. A GJ trade of plus 88 pips, and then a GU trade of minus 10 pips. So essentially I am plus 78 pips for the day. It's not too bad in a day's trading. I think anyone would kill for 88 pips or 78 pips on any given day. Let's say 77 pips on any given day. I'm gonna step away for a second again, so you know what that means, guys. Turning off the camera and putting the jams up so you guys can jam a little bit, but I just need to go and check that stuff again. Don't want to burn the house down. Okay, means I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what that was all about. Sorry. Just, I got a little bit into it there. Got a little bit carried away. Okay, let me see. Did I blow? No, I didn't blow my account. I should be careful how I use words in the stream, you know. Get myself into trouble here.
Hey, so
Guys, if you hear any ads, please tell me, because I don't have the premiums here. I don't have the premiums. I will actually curate a list going forward on the next streams that will be a lot better than what's happening at the moment. Look at that gap over there now. You see, so what the market is doing now, I don't necessarily always like. I don't always like this stories. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the right tool here. I don't like this because now it's causing imbalance here. Because now the market can't leave that gap there. Let me just see on the 30-minute what's happening. Okay. On the 5-minute, was there a gap? Yeah. So on anything lower than the 30, you're going to see that gap. Obviously, I said I'm going to take profit there. I haven't taken it yet. I'm up 35 pips. What I will do, if this candle can close, let me just see. You see, we're still very early into this 15-minute candle, so what am I gonna do, guys? What am I gonna do? Let's look at DXY. What's happening on the dollar, yeah? And oh, was there news? There was news. The PMI data came out for the dollar. Okay, so PMI came out better than forecast. Forecast was 50.8 and the actual data is showing 51.2%. So that is good for, what am I talking about? Okay, I can't actually see my mouse here. I don't know what's going on. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I lost my, I didn't lose it. I can see my mouse in front of me, but I can't see where the cursor, I can't see the pointer. It's just disappear. And you guys might be experiencing an echo here. So essentially that is good for the dollar. And seeing that the pair I'm trading is being pegged against the dollar. So just something to be a little bit careful about on this pair over here. The Apple Pay. So just to be cautious, the market did jump like crisscross. It just jumped. I don't know why it did that, but it did that. I am still good. How many pips away am I from my take profit at the moment? Let's see. So still another 25 pips. This is a 1 to 2 trade essentially. I'm 25 pips away from where I need to be. But anyway, this stream is not going to be long today, guys. I've got people coming to my house. My daughter needs to get busy here in my office garage. My daughter's got to do a couple of stuff here, so I'm not going to prolong this trade. I'm going to close. I'm going to close. I can't see the. I'm going to close it on my phone because I'm going to get myself into trouble here. I'm closing. I'm fully closed there. Hello. So I'm closing off this trade. What were we there? Let me just get the actual place that I closed it off. Man, this is crazy. I can't. Let me just see. Can I tab through this thing? No. I don't know if I clicked something to make my cursor disappear here, but I lost it. It's gone. Just ask Cyril. It's gone. Okay, I know it's there, so let me just see what is happening here. I can't actually see what's happening here, guys. This is, this is, no, bro, no. This is terrible. You see, if I do that, it's gonna be a problem. I don't even think I'll be able to end the stream here because I won't be able to see. Where to end the stream over here. I can basically see where my mouse is hovering. So if you like hovering over a tab or something, you can see it. Ah, it came back. I found it. It's back. Damn it. Okay, anyway. Let me get the actual place that I closed at. So 24,350, that's where I closed. So let me just get to my chart. Yo, that was a wild thing there. 24,350. This was me panicking because I knew that obviously the market was going to have a reaction given that there was positive news for the dollar. What happened on US 30? US 30 would have hit the take profit there. Would have hit the take profit. Just like that, man. Just like that. But I didn't take that trade. I'm not a gambling man. I'm not a gambling man. Okay, so before I close off this live stream today, let me just check that there's no one asking anything. Okay, so it's just me on the live stream today. So this is just for confirmation for myself. When I look at GU, oh, and then that was how many pips? 31 pips. Let me just update the stream here quickly. So current trades, it's going to change to none. So I've closed off all my trades. Trades taken. It's going to change because I've taken now another GBP USD trade. And that is how many? What did I say? 31 pips. Yeah, 31 pips. That is plus 31 pips. Okay, so those are my 3 trades taken today. 2 of them were off stream, London session. And 1 of them was taken off stream but closed off on stream. So that is very, very interesting dynamic there. So I lost 10 pips in the morning, but I also gained 88 pips in the morning. Got into another trade on GU, which you just saw me close off for 31 pips. So that positive pips there minus the 10. What is that? 109 pips for the day, just for today, which is extremely positive for, again, I don't know, this is how much time I'm saying this, but again for a Friday, really, really positive for the charts this week. before I close off, I want to just give you a quick breakdown of my thought process behind this trade. Okay, so very quickly, when I'm getting into the charts on any day, so let's take today for example. I see that I got an alert on US 30 here. I can't hear it because my volume on my PC is down, which means I had it here at this 4-hour level. So again, I'm not going to take any trades on US 30. It definitely is viable to do, you can take trades, but off that level the market can do anything. We can zoom up there, or we can break below and zoom there and go back down. So there is the potential that that could still happen today. But enough of that. I said I'm closing off the stream here. I need to get my butt out of here. So let me just go down. Okay, so got into the charts today. Obviously I had drawings on from the previous day, so Thursday. So I had these orange nice color lines here. Anyway, all the orange lines you're going to see on my chart is all my key levels that I like to mark out on my charts. The only key levels that I mark out generally is I mark out very higher time frame weekly key levels. I will usually have 2 on a chart. If there is one particularly close to where the market is currently trading, I'll mark that out. But just so that the charts don't become too messy, I will usually just have those 3 marked out on the weekly. Then before I even mark out those key levels, I want to establish my, what is happening with the English? I want to establish my bias for that particular day. So I was already bearish on the day yesterday, so my weekly bias was bearish, and I think my daily bias was bullish as well. So I will establish that, mark out my key levels on the weekly, then I'll go down to the daily. I'll then see what the market is doing on the daily. Now, what constitutes a market being bearish or bullish for me? I want to see this type of momentum. I don't want to see this type of consolidation there, because then for me the market is neutral, not really going anywhere quickly. So for example, this as well, clear indication for me that the market is bearish on the daily. But obviously if I look at Monday was bullish, so that was a good indication. Tuesday was bullish as well, left that nice big wick there. And then Wednesday, I think the inauguration was on Tuesday. Wednesday was like meh, not too much happening, just ranging. Thursday, same thing, although I did obviously take that losing trade on there. So on the smaller time frames you are going to get trades as well. It's not to say that you can't trade it. And then the beginning of today, you could already see the bullish momentum. So my bias yesterday would have been neutral on the daily, but when I could see that momentum early morning today, I changed my bias to bullish over there. So once I know my bullish on those my bias on those 2 time frames, it then leads me to my 4-hour, where I'm going to now start marking out particular key levels pertaining to this specific week that I am trading. So as you can see, I marked out a key level there on the 4-hour. I marked out a key level above over there, because that's what I was anticipating the market was potentially going to. That 4-hour key level over there. And then I don't see that I particularly marked out any other 4-hour key levels over there. So if I don't see anything significant, I actually do see one. So this level over here that's going all the way back, that is also a good key level on the 4-hour. I think if I stretch that out, it's actually a weekly key level as well. So if I already have a weekly mark, that I'm not going to put a 4-hour, because I know that the 4-hour is generally going to line up quite close to where that weekly key level is there. So that gives me really good confirmation that there is very strong buyers or sellers within the proximity of the range of this market over here on the 4-hour. Let me mark it out so you can see what I'm saying. So these 2 lines here, this 15-minute key level for me and that weekly key level for me, is going to indicate that we've got very strong potential to shoot to the upside or to continue towards the downside. So obviously the market was coming up yesterday. You can see it had that nice bullish push. You'll see 4 o'clock on Thursday, so again around about just before market open New York time, you had that big push. And then what I will do, as soon as I've marked out all my 4-hour key levels, I go straight to the 15-minute. Should actually take out this 30-minute and 1 hour because I don't use it all that often. I will check it now and then for various reasons, but they don't play a significant role for me whatsoever. Once I get to my 15-minute time frame, now for me this is where the magic tends to happen. This is where it all goes down, guys. 15-minute key levels, there can be hundreds of them on your charts. What am I looking for in particular? So if you look at this level here in particular, this 15-minute key level over here, yes, young bloody artist of note. So that 15-minute key level, the market consolidated so many times at that level. You can see market tapped there, came down closer, shot through, tapped it, shot through, came down, tapped it, shot through again, came up, tapped it, went down, consolidated in this region, came back up, tapped it, went back down, went up, tapped it, you know, and then left this massive wick over here. You'll see this trade over here is the trade I took yesterday, that you will see on the screen. The trade's taken over there. That, I think it's the 88 pips, eh? Let me just make sure. It's no. I don't have, oh, that was yesterday's trade. I don't have it on my chart, so I don't even have that there. I might have even put the information in wrong here, but anyway. And then from that 4 hour, I had that massive run of bullishness on there, went up to that 15-minute key level marked out there. So then I'll basically mark out all my key levels on the 15-minute, all the ones that seems relevant to me. Just because a market touches one area once doesn't always mean it's key for me. So I'm only going to mark the levels that I feel are key for me. And what is even better confluence for me is if the market taps around that area and there's like a 15-minute or a 4 hour or a 15-minute and a weekly. Oh man, that is so sweet for me to be able to take trades from there, because I know I can get anything from 20 pips all the way to what, 50 to 80 pips on GU, and it's not often that you do see that amount of pips, especially on this pair. It's not a pair that moves very volatile all the time, but if you get your trades right, you can make some good bags on this pair. So there, got my 15-minute. Then after I've marked out my key levels on my 15-minute, you may be asking, what is the shaded area with these two red lines? That is my Asian range. So the way I do my Asian range, there's a lot of indicators you can get that you can put in the specific times to do that. But I mark it based on what I was taught by the guys that was doing a course mentorship. I will mention them later on in the streams because they are due their props. They really give out good content. So what I do is, in terms of my Asian range, just give me a second. I just want to check that we're still all good on the stream in terms of audio. I also want to see that there are not ads playing, because I'm sure there must have been ads that were playing at some stage. Sorry guys. So Asian range, 1 a.m. UTC +2, that is South African time. So 1 a.m. I'll mark out what the low is, what the high is at that time, and then from 1 a.m. right to 6 a.m. UTC time. That's where I'll get my levels for my Asia range. The audio is good, it's confusing me now, so let me just take that out. So 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. that's where I'll mark out my high and my low of Asia. So what does that mean in practical terms? That at 1 a.m. when we had, let me just see, 1 a.m. market open there, consolidated a bit, set the low over here with this hammer over here, this klein hammertjie, this Thor hammertjie. then shot all the way to the upside at about 4 a.m. this morning. I like leaving trades overnight with GU as well, because I know there's always volume that comes in around about 3-4 a.m. Then the market shot up all the way, and then at, let me just see, 5 a.m. the market set the high for the Asia range for me. Now it may be different for you, but I'm just telling you what works for me, right? So at 5 a.m. we set the high. I generally only start looking at the market around about 8 a.m. UTC time, so that is 8 o'clock in the morning in South Africa. And then I mark out this. I do these red lines here. You'll see AH, and at the bottom you'll see AL, which is just Asian low and Asian high. And then this little gray box that I draw over here, it's just so that I can shade the area so that it gives me an indication that there is that is the range, because sometimes with these other lines it can become a little bit confusing, or you know, when I'm looking at the charts I don't always take note of the fact that there is a Asian range. So that shaded area does make it a lot easier for me just to be aware that if the market does get into it, that is Asia. I don't necessarily always trade between the ranges, although I did trade between the range for the GJ trade that I'll take you over very quickly now as well. I did trade between that range. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream once again to see if there's any comments here. Okay, so getting to the 50-minute, as soon as I've done my Asia low and high and shaded it, then I'm good to go. Then I'm sort of looking for my entry point. Now I don't go lower. I don't go to the 5-minute and the 1 minute to look for any entries. All I do on the 1 minute and 5 minute is if I'm looking to take an impulsive trade, so market execution, that's where I'll usually go to those lower time frames. But generally all my trades are always pending orders, so you'll either get a buy limit buy stop or sell limit sell stop on any of my trades that I do execute, unless at the time that I'm doing my analysis that the market is very close to where I'm wanting to enter, but that isn't the case. After I've marked all of that, I have this box on my chart. So chart commentary, this is really just for me. It is not a 23rd today, it's the 24th. So this chart commentary I have on just to have my thought process put in there, so I can remind myself if I step away from the chart after 11, let's say every day after London, that when I come back closer towards New York, I know what my thought process was if there was a trade that I hadn't executed on. Okay, so as you can see, let's just go through this chart commentary for today. I said that I wanted to see a break below the Asia high, and this may be yesterday's comments, because let me just see. Yeah, it may have been yesterday's comments, but anyway, whatever. Break below Asia high, and I want a 15-minute close below the Asia high. Then an aggressive entry for me would mean that we are taking the trade right at the break, and I think this is today because I was initially wanting to take a sell. That's where I took that loss over there. Let me zoom in. I don't think you'll be able to see it. So this 10 pip loss over there, I was actually looking to take a sell. So I was saying I want to see the Asia high broken, and I think we were still in this consolidation over here. I want to see it broken, come into, and then when it breaks it, when it breaks it, I'm going to take it when it retests it. So let me read what I'm seeing here. Aggressive entry would be at the break and close of the 15 minutes. So as you can see, the market came, broke, close, and then continued down. So this was there was too much momentum here for me to actually take a trade, so I didn't end up taking it. So, and I obviously said not waiting for a retest. Then I said a safe entry would be at the retest of the Asian high towards the downside to the DS. So coming back up, let me get my arrow. Where you? So breaking, this was very impulsive. I would have wanted to see that close and then a retrace and then further continuation to take a sell. But what happened was very impulsive to the downside. There was obviously news at 11 UTC time as well, so you'll actually see where this move up happened. I'm talking rubbish, but it was before news, so before 11:30, before that candle. But in anticipation, market then went up. I then saw this impulsive movement break out, and then we broke back below. We had another close, retest, and then I was like, there's my entry. Took my entry. The market said, hey, stuff you, dude, and then went up to take me out. So if there was negative news, this might have been a good trade, but the news was positive for the pound. It then obviously continued all the way to the upside and took me out for 10 pips. My stop loss was actually initially above this high over here, but I adjusted it because I could see that the market was going against me, because at the same time I had a JG trade. What is JG? I had a GJ trade in, and that was going positively for me at the time. So reduced my risk there. I don't always do that on any of all of my trades. Reduced it to 10 pips, took the 10 pip stop loss, and that's where you can obviously see that minus 10 on GU is there. Then what happened is news came out, took my 88 pips on GJ. I'm not going to go through that trade because I don't want this video to go on for too long. We then consolidated after the news and then came down. So I had my Asian high level. I was confident that we were coming down, back down to test this key level. It would also act as an area of support as soon as we got above it again. And I wanted us to bounce off the Asian high level over here. And that's exactly what we ended up doing. We ended up coming down from the high point there, coming down. Tag me in with my pending order that I just said to you earlier in this video. Consolidated a little bit. I assume that it was waiting for US Open at 4:30. That nice pulsive move to the upside, and then obviously with PMI coming out, we had that gap over there. But there again, you can see when it happened live, I said I don't like that because the market generally wants to come and fill out whatever gaps it does make. So even though it was positive PMI data for the dollar is still a little bit weak now. Obviously the investors and stocks and everything is deciding what they want to do with Trump in office, so it's going to be a little bit undecided, I would say, on the dollar for the weeks to come. But ultimately you can see I took my 31 pips, which I've also marked out on the stream as well. But my potential full move, I almost said full moon, was there. So I could have went for the full 60 pips. I generally always try to get anything between 30 to 60 pips on the GU currency. Sometimes my trades on GU can run for one day, for one session. It can even run for 2-3 days. What I found this week in particular, the market was quite volatile, so I was getting good pips on this pair as well. Like you can see, the day before, was it Thursday, I got 54 pips, and today I got a further 31 pips, but I could have got a full 60 pips if I held this trade. I already made my target for the week, so that's the only reason I closed off early. So that was the only reason behind that. But that was this trade. I'll just show you another type of chart just to show you that my charts all look the same. And I said earlier, I traded in the range of Asia. Don't always necessarily like doing this, but if I catch the market at a good point like I did here, I'll then be more than happy to take a trade. So very strong confirmation for me once again. 4-hour key level, 15-minute key level at the bottom of the Asia low, and we hadn't swept the Asia high yet. So that was like confluence upon confluence for me. Saw that, waited for, I didn't actually wait, I got in there. Market took me into drawdown. How many pips? 25 pips for some people. Yo, you might lose your entire account with that 25 pips. And then ultimately, with positive news coming out, took my full 88. I didn't take 133 pips. I took 88 pips. Round about there, I got out. But this potential move was 215 pips. 215 pips. That's why I like trading this pair. Can also be very volatile. This pair can punch you in the face if you don't get it right. But I really love GJ. It's a really good pair. I traded quite a lot. So let me go over some of my data on my I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to go through some data on my challenge, my funded challenge at the moment. I'm just opening up my funded challenge account here quickly. Nothing serious, very small account. I am up 10%. I'm talking rubbish. I'm up 18% on my challenge account. It's a $60,000 rand account, $60,000 account. Let me just show you. I don't just want to be saying that without providing any evidence. So there, proof is in the pudding. So I'm up 18% on my funded challenge at the moment. It's not a funded account. It's a funded challenge, people. Just unmark that because I'm not in any active trades at the moment. So up 18% over the last, I think I was up, what, 5% yesterday. So today I obviously then made that extra 13% or 12-13% to get myself up to the 18-point mark. I still got a ways to go to get to the target that I need to be at, but ultimately because I'm pedar, I need to see what's going on with the shit here. And that's pretty much it, guys. I've been on stream now for 50 minutes. It felt like I was here for 30 minutes, but yes, I need to get out of here. My daughter needs to get in here and prep for her meeting that she's having. So that is all from me on this stream. Just a few things. This will be the only stream, I think, on the Breadflow channel. Flow Capital has got its own channel. Breadflow is a tech channel, so I don't necessarily do these types of videos here, but it was the only channel I could stream on today because it had enough subscribers to be able to stream. My Flow Capital channel doesn't have enough subscribers to stream at the moment, so please check the description on this video as soon as you come across it. Go over to my Flow Capital channel, subscribe there so we can get it up. So I don't need to give that 24 hours notice to actually stream on the channel. But yeah, up until next week, I look forward to the streams again. Please take note of the disclaimer. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. So the trades I take, don't take them. It can be informative to you to look at what you are doing in your own charting and see if what you're doing is working. If it is not working, then find a strategy that works for you. I am still mentally processing all of the things that I've been learning over the last couple of weeks with my mentors and the program that they have me on. But ultimately, I am excited because my results over the last week has been extremely positive. I still need to get over some of the psychological decisions that I do make, but I'm trying not to do anything impulsively. So when I've analyzed and I know I've done it well, then I generally see things working out in my favor. When I try to chase a trade, I'm generally entering the market at the wrong time. So it is extremely important for you to understand that if you're going to chase trades, you are going to get yourself into trouble. You are really going to get yourself into trouble. So don't chase trades. Make sure that you are doing your analysis. Let the market come to where you think it's going to do what you want it to do, and then take your executions. I think a lot of us, when we get our accounts to 18%, for example, it's very easy for us to now up our risk and up our lot sizes and things, but be consistent. Build a formula that works for you. If there's one thing that was clear for me this week is that although I'm being taught a specific style, there is still certain conclusions that I need to come to in the way that I want to trade. So everyone's trade style is going to be different. There's going to be certain nuggets and things that we can take from our mentors and the people that are teaching us to trade, but ultimately it's going to get to the point where you need to develop something that's specific for you and something that works for you. Not everything exactly to the T is going to work the way your mentor or those people that you are learning from says it's going to. You need to work something that's unique to your psychology, so that when you trade, that you're not having anxiety, you're not you know, chasing trades, you're not having FOMO. And don't get me wrong, I still have FOMO in certain instances. I mean, if you look at, let me just go back onto this US 30 trade quickly. If you look at this US 30 trade over here, I could have bagged a further 60 pips today on US 30 with looking at that Asia low over there, the market coming back off of it. And this would have been very quick. In the space of 15 minutes, I could have had 60 pips or even more. What did this go all the way to? 120 pips. But the important thing is not to have FOMO. I was already in a trade. I had already made my target for the day. And I wasn't going to be over leveraging myself for anything. So very important for you to stick to your, make sure that you stick to your rules. And I think what worked well for me, I didn't always have the commentary thing on my chart, put it on, helped me process my thoughts, but also put it down so that when I left the chart and came back, I wasn't stuck left thinking, what did I think when I entered this trade, or when I looked for entry, or when I entered and I was still in the trade and, you know, I was not checking the charts all the time. That's the important thing for me, that I must be able to step away from my station and not have to check the charts all of the time. So that's really it from me for this video. Please check out the Flow Capital channel whenever you do see this video. The link is in the description, and I'll check you over in that channel. I'm excited for when I can start streaming on there and growing that subscriber base. So if you know of anyone that's interested in this type of content, please recommend it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace out, guys. I'll see you Monday next week, or Tuesday. Cheers.